Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com, Wrestling Figs. We're here at Toy Fair 2020. We're back in the All Elite Wrestling booth. We're here with Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. How you guys doing?
Fantastic. Look at this little statue of myself. Isn't that cool?
It is. It's a petite statue.
It sure is, and it feels good.
So the Young Bucks have their All Elite Wrestling action figures here from Jazwares. Wicked cool toys. What do you guys think? Just first reactions.
I'm blown away. I knew they would be good, but I didn't know they were going to be this good. Just the way they nailed the face, the costumes, it's unbelievable. Like these, so it's probably the best action figure I've seen at least for a wrestler. It's the best one I've seen.
Yeah, it's going into a crazy amount of detail here.
Yeah, that's what I love most about it. Like we've had figures before, we've had Funko Pops and things like this, but not the detail and just what can you say? And I'm pretty amazed by it, just everything. So.
It's definitely the coolest toy we've ever had. Like, sure. It's unbelievable.
Awesome. Yeah. Stepping back and kind of looking like broadly at it, you guys are obviously your executive vice presidents of the company. You've worked so hard to get it exactly where it is right now. What does this mean to you to be here for the launch of this line? Like, how are you feeling right now?
I don't know. It's cloud nine, I guess, is a perfect way to say it. This whole the last what would you say, 18 months has felt just so crazy because just everything going on, everything just moving so fast, and then it's hard to try to enjoy it day by day. And I'm trying to. It's taken a while to try to just look at the big picture of things and see how much we've done in the last 18 months. And today's another step in that direction. So
yeah, I was gonna you're right. Like things are moving so fast. Every week we have this live television show, and it's hard to really enjoy things when then you get home and you have to be dad, and then you next thing you know you're back on the road and you're doing this other thing, and then you have things like this happening. So it's just like, and then we have another big announcement coming Monday that so it's like right now is a time in my life I think that I will never ever forget. It's wild.
I believe it. It sounds pretty surreal for both of you guys. So, also thinking about action figures, like I heard you guys talking before. It seems pretty clear and obvious. So you're wrestling figure collectors, you're figure collectors. On top of that, you have your first articulated action figures here. Yeah. So, what does that mean to you? And what were you collecting when you were younger that led you up to this point?
Well, a quick funny story is he was so obsessed with the LJNs that he pretty much made them come back into business and make us a figure. So we back in the day we had everything. I was telling this to someone earlier that we had my room from the floor up to the ceiling. We had the toys tacked onto the wall, and we had hundreds of them.
By the package, you mean?
Yeah, by the
yeah.
The ones we didn't want to open, and then we had, of course, thousands of them that we did open. So we've been collecting forever since you were like 5 years old.
I started collecting. My first ever figure was the LJN, was the Jesse the Body Ventura. I got that when I was like 2 or 3, and then I got the Hulk Hogan when I became a huge Hulkamaniac, and then I collected them all. I had almost, I think, the first 2 or 3 sets, I think I had them all, and I had them all loose, and I had the big ring and the big cage and everything. And then I got into the Hasbros when I got a little bit older, and then obviously the Jacks, just all of them. We were teenagers and we were still collecting and playing with these things, so we're huge fans. Clearly, I still have now it's fun because I have a 4-year-old Zachary, who's a massive wrestling fan, and he is now since taken my entire collection when I was a kid. The only reason I even have it now is because we go to grandma's house, Oma, and she's got all my old toys, and she gave them to us.
But, we probably sold almost 75% of our collection. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was. We became adults or something, and we sold them all.
We needed money to buy wrestling boots, so
eBay got hot, and then I regret it so much now because now we both have 2 kids, and they like playing with them. So. We tell them, we're like, man, if you would have seen it 20 years ago, you would have had a field day. But
my son, though, so he got really into it, so now I buy them all on eBay. And
and you're spending thousands of dollars
to get the same ones.
I used to have that Bam Bam Bigelow when I was a kid. I have to spend $160 on a loose one with a broken nose. Like, come on. But when he gets to hold this thing and play with it, he's going to be so psyched because right now he's playing with the Funkos that we have. You can't do anything with a Funko Pop, really, right? No. So he wants to have matches. So this is going to be a gold mine for him.
Who do you think he's going to match you guys up with first?
Oh man,
it's a broad selection. Man.
Honestly, probably the Revival because he has those guys and he always plays with them and he loves them. So it'll probably have us give him a little super kick party. Yeah.
Looking at our fan base, I have a feeling he's probably not the only one. So we'll set it up like that. That's super exciting. It's great to hear. It's even more exciting to hear your kids are playing with them. I want to talk to you guys about something that happened with us a little bit earlier. We were talking to Kenny Omega. We were talking to Adam Page. I asked them maybe a little bit of a controversial question, whether or not there's some tension between you guys going on. I didn't really get a straight answer. Could you guys give me a straight answer? What do you think?
Well, we'll always be tight with Kenny and Hangman, but Kenny, we've been best friends with him for over a decade now. So we've seen his highs, we've seen his lows, and he's seen our highs and lows. So Paige, we haven't really seen his lows until recently. So it's a little different with him. So
what's funny about Paige is we've known him for probably 4 or 5 years now at this point. And I still don't know if I've ever met the real Hangman. Like, I still don't know if he even likes me. He's really hard to read. And, it's crazy because we've been through so much emotionally. And I still tell Nick, I'm like, does he even like us? Like, it's very complicated and weird. I think that's just how he is, though. He's like, he's not an open book. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't know what's on his mind. He's really quiet and introverted. And so is Kenny, too. But for whatever reason, Kenny, we've known Kenny for 10 years, and he's really let us in, and he's one of our best, friends in the world. We haven't gotten that close to Hangman yet, and I don't know why. But I remember seeing this kid wearing a baseball cap, back at Ring of Honor, real handsome young guy, and I said, that guy's got something, and we were very instrumental in getting him into Bullet Club. Like, they asked us, who do you want next? And we said, that guy. I didn't even really know him in real life. Yeah. I probably had 3 conversations with him. Yeah. And we got him into Bullet Club, and Nick and I looked at each other one day, and we said, our goal is to get this kid over. Yeah. And we put him on our Being the Elite show, and I saw how multi-talented he is. He's amazing. He's I always said that he's our guy. And when I say that, I mean he's going to be the face of the company years from now. He's going to be the guy leading us. And I'm so proud of where he's come from. He's humble beginnings. Just this kid from North Carolina who nobody really knew about, and now he's a star. So am I looking forward to wrestling with? Of course. At Revolution, it's for the belt. So and I think in the beginning of this thing, we imagined that we'd probably have had the tag titles by now. Am I a little embarrassed by that we haven't? A little bit. So friends or not, we're going in there. It's a wrestling match, and it's for a set of titles we've never had, and in our own company, which again, a little embarrassing. So I'm looking forward to Chicago, and I think that we're going to have to show a little bit of an aggression, a little bit more of a fighting spirit, and sometimes we come up to the ring, we want to have like a party atmosphere, and I think this is going to be more of a big fight atmosphere for once. So.
You guys are going to take it a little more serious,
I think we have to.
Straight and serious at that point.
We definitely have a different game plan than we normally do, so we just want to have the best match possible, so you'll see that.
I mean, you guys are a legendary tag team at this point. You made such a huge name for yourselves before this even happened. It's like to think of how far you've come, the opportunity you have for that. I'm not going to say how it is or isn't going to work out, but are you feeling good about your standing as a tag team, as this legendary tag team in AEW at the moment?
I think it's all been we've had a great career, and I think right now whatever happens next, it's all kind of extra credit. Yeah, okay. But at the same time, we've never lost that spirit of we're competitors.
We want to be the best.
Yeah,
and it came a few years ago where Matt and I just said, let's try to become the best tag team of all time now. For a while it was, hey, let's try to be the best tag team of the year. And then we were, and then we were again, and then again and again. And it was like 6 years in a row. We're like, let's be known as the best tag team of all time. Let's go for that. So if we could get to that, then I think I'll be satisfied.
And I think in order to do that, we have to at least win the AEW tag titles once, So that's obviously the next step, I think.
Sure, plenty of people are pulling for you. So, getting back to the figures real quick. So, obviously, we got a real detailed attire here. You guys are known for your colorful attires, like some of the most creative ones of all time. Anything in particular that you're thinking of that you like to see in the future in the line?
Man. Oh, that's tough. We have our Brandon Cutler, his wife. She's our seamstress, and at this point now we're like, hey, just get even crazier with the designs, and we try to have a set of gear at every 2 weeks. So
I'd be okay having a new set every week. I don't know if she can keep that up, but yeah.
It stresses her out. But Matt used to be the guy to design everything, and now we trust her so much that we just tell her to go wild. So anything she's thinking of, that you could probably see. So
I'll usually give her ideas. Like I'm like, hey, I want to do a set of gear for the first Dynamite. I was like, I had an idea to do like a Brutus Barber beefcake with the cut up fringe, and I came up with the idea of like mini tassels. I'm like, I don't know what colors to use. I know nothing else. Make it happen. And then she delivered, and I was like, you're amazing. It's like
they actually came up with this, her and Brandon. They were like, we got to do an Elvis set, and we thought, oh, Vegas would be the perfect time, and then she did it, and then it turned out just fantastic.
Well, it ended up being an action figure, so it worked out really well.
So it's safe to say that maybe there's something awesome that we haven't even seen yet that can come out.
I told Nick, I joked with him yesterday, I'm like, man, maybe we should do the gear again where it's just a collage of our faces, just so we can get an action figure with pants of just our faces on it.
Or we bring back the ones where we had just Dave Meltzer's face. I still have that in my closet.
Maybe we talk to Jeremy Padawer about getting Dave Meltzer's face on there, see what kind of magic he can work.
He might want too big of a royalty, though, so maybe not.
But does he deserve it? We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
All right, guys. I don't want to take up all your time, but obviously looking forward to Revolution. Thanks so much for talking to us. It's been amazing to get to talk to you today. Great to see the launch of the line. Appreciate you coming out, and thanks for coming to talk to us at Toy Fair.
Thanks, guys.